For the next step, we're going to log into the DIGI Port Server, and since we configured this earlier to use DHCP, it's getting its address directly from the DHCP server. So essentially, the network configuration is done on this. But there's another setting on here. There's two ports, as I showed in the earlier picture, that there's in port 1 is connected to the DIGI IX20 modem. So we can leave this the way it is right now, which is using the basic real port settings. There's a couple of different options on DIGIs. You can configure the serial ports to be a specific configuration. The default ones are going to be the real port. The setup procedure is to click on real port and actually set this up with DIGI auto negotiates its serial port connection with the device. But with the IX20 modem, you can leave it in this mode, but probably a better choice would be to click on custom, click apply, and then customize the serial port. So if I go into serial ports, port 1 that it's plugged into, if you set the basic serial settings, you go to basic serial settings, and under this, you have the ability to lock the serial port settings. In other words, the initial serial port settings, instead of being the default 9600 baud, which it'll never connect to the IX20 at that speed, you can set it so the first try is going to be the correct speed. So if I click on 115, 200, no parity, one stop bit, no flow control, and click apply, it'll automatically attempt to make the connection at the right speed. So if you're running into any problems at all with the IX20 modem, this is actually a troubleshooting step. I'm just showing it as being an option that you can do right up front when you're configuring it to lock down that port connection. So click apply and then reboot. And in ViewLink, we're going to want to do the same port settings. Since basically with this, it's ViewLink talking to the DIGI Port Server, and the DIGI Port Server has to have a driver installed on it. The DIGI Port Server communicates with the IX20 modem through that serial port.